Good morning and congratulations on your offer. I just wanted to make a quick video, tell you a little bit about how this process is going to go for the next 30 to 45 days, which is our average turnaround time. It's all going to start with our inspection period. So inspections are normally 5 to 10 days. We can look at our purchase agreement to find out exactly what it is for us. So during this period, we are vulnerable for the buyer walking away for really any reason. They don't have to have anything wrong with your house in order to not go through with it because it is an inspection/due diligence period, so keep that in mind. The actual inspection is going to come over just the way these showings were. So you're going to get the request in the app or via text. You will have to confirm that in order for them to have access to the home. So a typical inspection is like 3 to 5 hours. Sometimes they will only request an hour. If that happens, be a little bit suspicious because it probably won't go that quickly. It is customary that the seller is not at the home for the home inspection. The people that will be present is the buyer's agent, the buyer, the home inspector. Sometimes they'll bring mom and dad, their sister, their brother to come check out the new house that they're buying. So don't be alarmed if there's 3 cars in front of the house, 4 cars in front of the house, and they're gonna kind of walk through. Once that inspection is complete, right, the inspector normally takes 24, 48 hours before they're even sending that written report over to the buyer. That is then reviewed. They discuss things with their agent, and if there are any issues, anything that they want to bring to us, it could be a couple days after the actual inspection. So we are looking at what that time frame is, and if we do not hear any information and it times out, then we're solid and we're moving forward. So it's not necessarily something that we're calling and saying, how did it go, how did it go, how did it go? We don't want to give them an in to just bring us a list of issues. Once the inspection is over, now they're going back to their lender, they're filling out their formal application, they're getting all of those final documents together, and they're ordering the appraisal. So the appraisal request is going to come over just like the showing and the inspection request did. That may be a 2-hour window. That appraiser is probably going to be in your house for maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just walking through, verifying that everything kind of looked like the way it did in these pictures, right? It may be a 2-hour window. They're kind of like the Comcast guy. They're going to pop in when they do. It's not necessarily something that you have to leave for. It's not as important as leaving during the showings or the inspections and things like that. All right, so once the appraiser is done in the house, typical turnaround time is around 7 days. Sometimes the appraiser goes straight to the seller and says, I'm gonna have this over to the bank in 2 days. It still takes us 7 days before we get it, before the lender gets it, before the buyer's agent gets it, so keep that in mind. Once the appraisal is complete, they're gonna go through the whole underwriting process and start moving things. Our timeline normally from the completion of the appraisal is around 10 to 15 days. You will also get an emailed checklist over that's going to go over all of it. What do I do with my water bill, my utilities? What do I have to bring to closing? How do those things work? It's going to be a nice detailed list for you to kind of go over. And yes, your Tuesday calls are going to continue. So you will hear from me every week, and we'll talk about these phases as they come up. You don't have to remember everything in this video. And I'm here for you if you have any questions. So if you got any questions, give me a call or call the office, and we're looking forward to moving on to that next step.